time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
A LISTNR production.
Good afternoon, I'm Matt Layton. The Prime Minister says he feels the weight of responsibility after the terror attack. Anthony Albanese was heckled at a memorial last night at Bondi Beach. He says people have every right to be angry.
As Prime Minister, I feel the weight of responsibility for an atrocity that happened whilst I'm Prime Minister. And I'm sorry for what the Jewish community and our nation as a whole has experienced.
New court files paint a chilling picture of the lead-up to the Bondi massacre. The accused is now at Long Bay Jail in Sydney, with police alleging filmed gun training in regional Australia and a dry run 2 days before the attack. A string of major drug busts has uncovered a huge stash of illegal drugs and cash. Across Perth, police seized cocaine, meth and nearly $400,000, with 4 men now before the courts. And a massive fine for national retailer City Beach, hit with $14 million over non-compliant button battery products. Urgent hate speech reforms rushed in after the Bondi terror attack are edging closer to the finish line in New South Wales. The lower house has waved it through, with the Liberals on board after proposing 10 amendments to beef up the changes. It's been called a Christmas miracle by one relieved family. Probationary Constable Jack Hibbert is home 9 days after being shot in the Bondi attack. The 22-year-old was hit in the head and shoulder, and his family says his strength has been next level. And after ministers were caught pushing the limits on taxpayer-funded travel, the rules are about to tighten. Family members would be stuck in economy and largely flying only to Canberra. The Prime Minister is handing the call to the Remuneration Tribunal.
I do not have the power at a stroke of a pen to change entitlements. The Rem Tribunal had the power, and we have written to the Remuneration Tribunal.
Anthony Albanese has released his official Christmas message to the nation, acknowledging the challenging fortnight for many Australians in the wake of the Bondi terror attack.
Christmas will feel different this year. After the terror inflicted on Jewish Australians celebrating Hanukkah at Bondi Beach, we feel the weight of sorrow in our hearts. As Christmas brings the message of love and compassion, we grieve those whose lives were stolen and those whose lives were changed forever.
A Bankstown Islamic Centre linked to alleged terrorist Naveed Akram has been shut down for breaching planning laws. The facility had been approved by council as a medical clinic, but was instead being used as a prayer hall. And Aussie bargain hunters are expected to spend nearly $4 billion now during the Boxing Day sales, but the ACCC wants us to be extra vigilant. Authorities are watching closely to catch retailers hiking prices before applying discounts. Experts say the psychological lure of a bargain can make many people less cautious.
Police are continuing investigations into the firebombing of a car with a Happy Hanukkah sign on it. The attack in Melbourne happened early yesterday morning. The Prime Minister condemning the terrible act of suspected anti-Semitism less than 2 weeks after the Bondi terror attack. While separately, court today for a man accused of performing Nazi salutes in public. The 18-year-old from Canberra also allegedly trespassed at the Australian National University multiple times earlier this year, sticking propaganda-style stickers on buildings and other property. A crane's been snapped in a wild storm that's ripped through the Gold Coast yesterday. The operation to take the crane down is set to be a tricky one, while the storm also left some residents without power, with crews still working to restore it in some parts. And the Sydney to Hobart yacht race begins later today. The 2024 overall champion was Celestial V70, with Law Connect winning Line Honours champion. Both are back this year.
Cash is secured, earn retained, but no one is switching off just yet. At the MCG, Mitch Stark says Australia still wants more.
No doubt we'll enjoy what this has brought. I think a great chance post-Sydney to reflect as a group of what we've achieved thus far, and hopefully that means a couple extra test wins as well.
This comes as doubts linger over Nathan Lyon's fitness and captain Pat Cummins flagging a potential rest. And Aussies Priscilla Hon, Rinky Hijikata, Talia Gibson and Taylor Preston have been given Oz Open wildcards. Australia's coach says the plan hasn't changed even as the squad shifts again. Andrew McDonald confirmed Pat Cummins is done for the Ashes with no appetite to risk his back again. He's also confirmed Nathan Lyon has already had hamstring surgery, opening the door for Todd Murphy to play his first home test on Boxing Day.
I have spoken to him. He's had surgery this morning, so he'll stay in overnight, and then we'll see him tomorrow. He'll be back around the team hotel tomorrow, and he'll be with us, and he'll be present around the test match, and as I said, an important part, and be good to have him around.
4 quicks, no spinner. That's how Australia is heading into the Boxing Day test, getting underway in a few hours' time. Stand-in skipper Steve Smith, who's returning after suffering vertigo symptoms, will confirm the team at the toss, while he says it's exciting to see Jai Richardson back in the mix.
He's had a pretty long layoff with injury, and we know the skills that he can possess. He's done it against England before in Ashes, and great to see him back on the table.